Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Please make sure to subscribe, like the channel. We're just getting started, and it really helps us out if you subscribe and like, post your comments down below. We are here this morning because Disney has sent us an email with some updated guidelines for Disney Cruise Line. Let's do this. I've just got some Disney Cruise Line news for you. So just a couple of days ago, we got an email because we are actually booked on a Disney cruise this Thanksgiving, leaving out of the port of Miami. This is one that we were going to have to travel to because we live in the middle of the country. So we were going to fly to the port, actually fly to Orlando, spend a couple days at Disney World, and then rent a car, drive down to Miami before we got on the cruise. And up until recently, or I should say up and through any of the sailings before September 23rd, pre-testing was required 1 to 3 days before the cruise. So the email that we just got basically just said that, well, first it reminds us that earlier this month they had told us that all sailings beginning on September 2nd departing the U.S. or Canadian ports will only require guests ages 12 and older to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 at the time of sailing. And what's different about that is that it used to be all eligible to be, vaccinated for COVID, which would have been 5 and up. So why the change as far as 5 to 11 is no longer required to be vaccinated? I'm not sure, but that came out for sailings that started on the 2nd of September. And then what's new from this email that I got just a couple days ago is that additionally, beginning September 23rd, for the Wonder, the Dream, the Fantasy, and the Wish, and since then I've confirmed that the Magic, this will apply to the Magic a little bit later, but beginning on September 23rd, those sailings departing the U.S., fully vaccinated guests are no longer required to participate in the COVID-19 testing. Well, that's a big deal. Unvaccinated guests, ages 11 and younger, will need to submit proof of a negative COVID-19 test taken 1 to 3 days before the sail date. Unvaccinated guests will no longer be required to complete a second test at the terminal on embarkation day. So before, if you were unvaccinated, not only did you have to do the pre-test 1 to 3 days, but you also got tested at the port. So that no longer is the case for those that are unvaccinated, but you still have to do the test 1 to 3 days out. For example, my son, he's actually going to be 6 and he's fully vaccinated, and he will actually not have to do that 1 to 3 days because he's fully vaccinated. So that's actually really big news and kind of a big sigh of relief for those of us that have to travel to get on a cruise, because it's actually kind of nerve-wracking, especially the way we were going to do it, which is spend a couple of days at Walt Disney World before we got on the cruise. Meaning we were going to actually, under the old rules, we were going to be testing while in Orlando. And obviously, if anyone in our party had tested positive, that would not have been very convenient, obviously, to be somewhat stranded, whereas we would not have been able to get on the cruise. And, not sure what we could have done before we were able to get back home. So this is actually a big sigh of relief. Obviously, we encourage everyone to be as safe as possible while you're out there. But anyway, we're excited about this because, it just kind of one less thing to be worried about as far as, now that we're vaccinated, we know that we're going to be able to get on the ship. Something not to worry about as much as far as the planning of a vacation like a cruise. Obviously, another thing too to remember for Disney Cruise Line is that face masks were once mandatory on the indoor areas. We went on a cruise, a New Year's cruise actually, and we did have to wear our masks in the indoor areas. But now they're all optional. So anyway, I wanted to bring you that news. There's actually, that was 2 updates just within a 2-week stretch. So there even could be more updates before our cruise, which is a Thanksgiving cruise. So we'll be leaving on the 21st of November on the Dream out of Miami. We'll obviously let you know if there's any other news updates as far as how Disney Cruise Line is handling their COVID protocols. But for now, that's the latest, and you know, we're looking forward to going. So we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.